Hey, okay. Yeah, I thought we were into the back.
Guys, got about 15 minutes with Nick, so try and catch my eye as and when you want to speak. And you've also got the translation kit you'll use with the gaffer as well. So who wants to start? Keith?
Nick, good to see. Yeah, 1, 2. Nick, good to see you. The manager's just been in a moment ago, and he said that the start of the season's been a bit frustrating. How do you guys see it as players?
Yeah, pretty similar. I think we've had some really good moments and done some really good things, and there's some things we'd like to, tweak and can make better. I think, we're still evolving in certain parts of the game. So, that's kind of where we are, I'd say.
You've been in great form so far this season. I think 6 clean sheets in the 10 games that you've played. Would you say you're playing as good football as you have in your career?
Tough to say in October, I think, but I feel in a really good space myself and my game. Body feels really good, so I feel like I've built well off a good pre-season, and happy with where I am.
Yeah, have you done anything differently? Because obviously you had that serious injury, didn't you, just about a year or so ago? Have you done anything differently to get yourself back to the strong position that you're in right now?
I think I've really concentrated on my training and the work I do with the goalkeeper coaches, and just day in, day out, really kind of focusing on myself and my game, and just honing them skills.
We'll go to Nisha, then to Lee Ryder.
Hi Nick, just following on from what Keith was saying there, do you still have those England ambitions? Yeah,
I think that's something that's always at the back of your mind as an England player with a World Cup year, but Newcastle at the minute comes first, and without Newcastle there's no talk of England. So it's something that's just will always be at the back of my mind until you get closer to the summer, I'd say.
The team has struggled for consistency so far this season. What do you think has perhaps been like a major factor in that? Is it the comings and goings? Is it the schedule? Why hasn't it quite come together just yet?
Probably a mix of things, to be honest. Like I say, I think we're really small margins away from being in a better position in both competitions, and that is football. You've got to really kind of work hard to get on the right side of them small margins. So, I think we keep doing the right things, we'll get there eventually.
And just finally, on the back of a defeat at Brighton, there's no better way to put things right than playing under lights at St James's in the Champions League on a Tuesday night. I guess you lot probably just can't wait to get back out there. Yeah,
of course. Something we speak about within the group is the atmospheres that the home Champions League games bring, and the experiences we've had over the last couple of years. So a real special night ahead, and a game that always look forward to.
Thank you.
Go to Lee Ryder, then to Joe Buck, please.
Nick, you already said in the summer you wanted to finish your career here. It sounds like something's been triggered in your contract. How happy are you about that situation?
Tough to say, because I signed that in July 2023, so I was really happy about it then, and I'll say so. My contract's up in what does that make it? July 27.
Okay.
But of course, I look forward to spending as long as I can here.
And obviously you've been here since the start of the takeover pretty much. How pleased are you with the progress made around the whole club, and you've been right in the middle of all that? Yeah,
of course. Feel like kind of ever evolving, every transfer window, every few months, whether that's players, new bits around the training ground, just ourselves as a team. I think we've evolved over that time, and it's been great to be a part of it. And you want to be part of it moving forward. Really feel like we've got that first trophy under our belt now, and we've qualified for the Champions League twice, and you kind of looking to kind of do that back to back, and can you achieve more and get to knockout games and win knockout games. So I think I've had some big moments in the last 3 years, and that's kind of you strive for more of them.
Go to Joe Buck, then to Dom Shaw.
Hi Nick, Aaron Ramsdale came to the club obviously in the summer. How was the relationship between you two developing? You both obviously want to play football on a regular basis. Yeah,
really good, really well. Obviously known Aaron for a few years and trained with him with England at different stages. So really enjoyed having him as part of the group, and definitely strengthens us as a squad and as a goalkeeping unit. So yeah, it's been great to have him and his character in the group.
And someone else who came to the club in the summer, Malik Chow, what have you made of his start to life, and how do you, as a goalkeeper, how confident are you with him ahead of you?
Yeah, I really enjoyed playing with Malik. Obviously, certain things you do in training together and certain things you can't do, so you kind of learn on the job and you get used to experiences with each other when it's kind of a goalkeeper centre-half relationship. So yeah, I really enjoyed playing with him, and then you can definitely say he's hit the ground running. He looks like a top player.
Dom, then Craig Hope after that, please.
Hi Nick, can you just talk about the frustrations and difficulties of the injuries in the last couple of seasons?
For myself?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Something that no player wants, and if you could snap your fingers and say that your career will be full of injury-free and full of health, you bite someone's hands off. That's just not the way it goes. There's setbacks and things you don't really plan for, but just really important how you kind of come through them difficult parts of your career. And I've been lucky to have good people around me, good physios and sports scientists, and the lads as well. We've got great characters in the group. So I think although you kind of go through them things as an individual, I really feel everyone's helped me out.
And obviously Jose Mourinho in the opposition dugout tomorrow. What do you remember as a football fan of Jose's impact when he first came to England?
Yeah, I remember his Chelsea team letting in about 15 goals in a season, so I think as a goalie that always sticks out. And obviously, coming in and winning straight away, really, and doing it with a certain style, and it was a certain charisma, and someone that as a football fan you probably don't forget that sort of spell that he kind of had at Chelsea.
Craig, then Martin, then Chris, please.
Hi, Nick. There's a feeling as it stands at the moment that you probably are England's fourth choice goalkeeper. Have you spoken to Thomas about that? And if so, what has he said?
Spoke to him, trying to be right here, when he took over or soon after he took over the job. And then I've been in kind of regular contact with Hilario. I feel like the communication's been really good. Really enjoyed kind of having the opportunity to speak to him and to kind of speak to Hilario on a pretty regular basis. So I feel like I'm in the frame, if you like, and it's something that's not dead. So that's always nice to have in the back of your mind.
During those conversations, do you present your case? Do you say, like, listen, I'm playing really well?
Please pick me. No, I think it's always best to let your football do the talking and try and keep the ball out of the net. I think that's always going to stand you in the best stead. Hopefully Dan Burns putting in a good word as well.
Martin?
Hi, Nick. Just on that theme there, is it still a dream to make that World Cup squad?
Yeah, of course. I've been to 2 already. I think a third in America would be pretty special at my age. There's not many opportunities to come. So, if I get to the World Cup, that'd be something that, it'd be a good achievement for myself.
And in terms of Newcastle, there's been good performances against the likes of Barcelona and AC Milan in the Champions League, but it's a run of results without victories. Is it essential to progress that you start winning these home games in this competition?
Of course. I think, something... I think we wanted to take more advantage of a couple of years ago was the home games after the Paris one. So, I think any team at St James's Park, you want to kind of take the game to them and have a positive result. So, that's something we'll look to continue with.
Chris, then Kieran, please.
Hi, Nick. You were kind of listing the achievements since the takeover before, obviously the trophy being a big one, regular sort of playing in the Champions League. As a group of players to kind of kick the club on, how important is it that it's no longer just about taking part in the Champions League, that you kind of progress into the later stages?
Of course, it's something that this football club's not done in a long, long time. So that's a big ambition for the group. We've got a top team, top manager, and top teams get into the later stages of the Champions League, and everyone wants to be a part of that. So although we've qualified for the Champions League, and when we stood on the pitch last day against Everton and we've been beat, we'd have snapped your hand off for that, believe you me. So now we're in it, still got to a top squad, a bit more experience when we were first time around. So yeah, looking to take it to the next level.
And is there a confidence there that you kind of amongst the team that you can do that?
Yeah, definitely. I think, first time around, like I say, we didn't have loads of Champions League appearances in the group, if you like. So I think now we've kind of got that as a squad and as a team, and as a city, I think that is something that can help us to progress this time around.
Thank you.
Kieran?
Hi Nick, in the summer we saw the club were looking at bringing in an additional goalkeeper on a permanent basis. They obviously got Aaron in on loan. Has that driven you on at all?
Yeah, I think when you're a club like Newcastle now, the squad is always going to evolve and look to get stronger in every position. And so as a player, you got to push yourself to the absolute maximum you can to earn the right to play for the club. So yeah, it's something that I've tried to do my whole career, whether that's, League Two, Conference, you always want to play at the next level. And then when you get to, Champions League, England, you want to play more games for them. You want to play at a better level against better opponents. You want to, be a big part of the team, if you like. So that's something that has definitely always been a thing for me.
Keith?
Sorry, Nick, I didn't want to ask this as the first question. How does it feel to not be the only big Nick at the football club?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, to be fair. I think he carries it better than me. Yeah, I think he's been a joy to have at the club, on the pitch, but off it also a great character within the dressing room, and yeah, it's great to see him scoring goals.
Who's taller?
I think me and him are pretty close, and Big Dan edges it, I think.
Come on, thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.